Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 21 of my 4-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 4 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing as Straelak Soulreaper, and I'm leading the human Hollowkin. For more information on my leader and race, characteristics, and specifications, please check the video description. In our last episode, we managed to win 2 important battles, one against the forces of Iska Warclaw, and you can see here we have eyes now on Iska's throne city, and we've successfully made landfall. Now, what ended up happening, of course, is we made landfall with our armies, and then, of course, Iska's forces attacked us. And so now we're in a position where we've kind of been weakened here. You can see we've lost a number of our units. We're in kind of rough shape. And Iska still has a pretty decent stack here that's threatening us. We do have a little bit of reinforcement on the way in, although there are some units belonging to Silverbridge that are about to probably kill off this unit if I can't get it over there. Thankfully, I should be able to, but you can see that we're in kind of a dangerous position here. If we jump back over to the Siege of Terran's capital, this is on the other front of our kind of two-pronged war effort. We managed to defend against another attack from Terran. Thankfully, we've kept most of our units alive and in pretty good condition, so really the siege is still going without a hitch at this point. You can see here we have 2 turns left until we breach the walls and we're able to engage the siege fully. And so yeah, I mean, I would say the battle against Terran is going well. The battle against Iska is going okay. I mean, we made landfall, we defended ourselves, but obviously we've taken some damage and we're going to have to kind of regroup. So that's what's going to probably happen this episode. But before I jump into the action with this episode proper, I did just want to give a quick shout out to ZShoot84. ZShoot had a couple of great comments there on the last episode. The first one being a suggestion that I had not even considered, which is that since I've got my heroes in this stack, I could potentially use them to build an outpost right here or over here in the area that isn't part of of Iska's domain, and that would be a great way to kind of, have a bit of an area to build up, potentially even heal, and I could build a wall and all these things to really help protect and kind of give me a base to work from to then continue to try and lead sieges against Iska's domain. And I think that's a really good idea, and it's something I hadn't even thought of or considered. So really good idea there from ZShoot. I could potentially even work on getting like teleporters and then being able to move troops more quickly and easily that way as well. So it would kind of save the trip across the water potentially. So really good ideas there. And again, something I hadn't considered. ZShoot also mentioned that I should be able to get my army back in fighting shape fairly quickly. What I could do here is I could kind of move the units that are the most damaged into a single stack. So you can see here that Sereth's group is in pretty rough condition. Our Reaper did take quite a bit of damage. So I could move the units that are the most damaged all into one squad and then use my spell casting here, and in particular Restore Undead. And although it does use some of my souls, I think it's still worth doing because obviously this would dramatically increase the survivability of the remaining forces due to just restoring their health. So that's probably something I'm going to try to do here this turn before I end the turn. So really good suggestions there from ZShoot. And without any further ado, we're going to jump right into the episode. Okay, so now the big question here is, what do we do? And I'm thinking we're going to have to eliminate this group before additional units can move over to reinforce it and make our life that much more difficult. So what I'm thinking here is we bring this unit down like this to the forester here, and then we move our stacks over, engage this battle, and then maybe we park over here and see if we can try and build an outpost on this forest tile or something like that. That might not be the worst idea ever. We'll have to see, though. So what I'm thinking is we need to kill this unit, like I said, before anybody else is able to reinforce, any other stacks are able to reinforce. Now, before I do that, though, let's just see what else we've got going on. So we had a hero level up. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so this is Umzish. Umzish now has an additional skill point to spend here, so we can decide what we want to do. Let's see. Support abilities. These ones have been really useful kind of across the board. More health. All non-hero units in the army gain plus 10% damage. The Golem Assistant isn't bad. You just get a free tier 1 unit that kind of joins you in every battle. Soul Collector, no thanks. Inspiring Leader, less upkeep. That could help with our gold and mana, but I'm not as keen on that right now. I could also just boost Umzish's fighting ability. Umzish has been... I've been using Umzish a little bit more aggressively, so certainly not the worst idea. Adaptive Armor. Once per turn, whenever this unit takes non-physical damage, it gains bolstered resistance and status protection. Martial expertise. You know what, though? I think I'd rather, honestly, boost the units in the stack, because I think that's going to be more beneficial. So let's do strength training. We'll confirm that. Okay, great. And then I believe the other level up is probably Sereth. It is. Okay, great. Sereth is now level 8, which means we get another signature skill, and that's going to definitely be useful. So let's choose that here. So we've got Mana Unchained, Demon Step, Warding Bond, Virulent Outbreak, Rallying Blessing, and Summon Undead. Ooh, I'm liking the Summon Undead. Summons a random tier 3 undead unit, and it lasts for 3 turns. Let me just double check. So, Mana Unchained we have currently with Straelak, and it's pretty good. I mean, it provides a pretty decent buff to your units. Demon Step we already have with Umzish, and we get to see how powerful that one can be. Warding Bond. Damage sustained by the target friendly unit is transferred to this unit with a 20% reduction. That one not so much. I'm not as keen on. Virulent Outbreak. Enemy units in a 2-hex radius have base chance of becoming diseased and poisoned. Rallying Blessing. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with Summon Undead. I think that one's going to be pretty nice to have. And again, that goes nicely with the other one. We've got Summon Elemental and Summon Undead. So we've got 2 different combat summons, both of tier 3 units that can be, I think, pretty darn useful in the right situation. In terms of abilities here, we've got more support options to choose. We could go with Restore to allow Sereth to heal some of her units. I'm going to go with the Golem Assistant, though, I think, honestly. Although Precision Training is certainly attractive, extra accuracy. But I'm going to go with the Golem Assistant. Again, just really doubling down on getting additional units that are kind of expendable, right? Like, all these combat summons, they're not going to stick around, and if they take a bunch of damage or get killed, it doesn't matter. In fact, it's beneficial because it means that my units that are going to persist after the battle, are not taking as much damage. And so, I think probably worth it. One thing also, I should probably start selling some of these things that I'm not using. Like, we've got a pony here. You know, we've got this Bone Wyvern mount. I think I've been riding the Warg was what I've been using. The Bone Wyvern mount would be better, as it provides flying movement. I think we were riding the Warg before. The Unicorn mount does provide phase, which is pretty useful. Or we could go with the Flying mount. Be kind of a bit of a contrast to have a unicorn ridden by this, like, undead ghoul hero. Yeah, let's go with the Wyvern mount. And then what I'll do here, I will confirm that. And I'm going to... So you can disenchant, which then allows you to break the items down. And I think this is the resource you use to make new equipment, but we'd have to build that structure first. So let's just go back in here. Now, I think I can still sell it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe I don't know if they've maybe patched that out where you can't sell equipment anymore. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an easy way to do that anymore. Well, that's too bad. There's a good way to gain additional resources, but... Okay, well, we'll leave it as is. So, okay, big question is, how are we going to proceed here? Let's just finish up what we had left. So, Terran Tinkermaid is withdrawn to the Void. So, not in her throne. I mean, if we can... I don't know how long it's going to take her to come back, but if we could get the siege done before she returns, that would give us a really... You know, then we'd have a chance to basically just finish her from the game right there. Although she is going to return at her throne, so either way. But it would be very nice if Terran wasn't part of this battle. Corwin the Ruthless. We've got the remains of Oh, and also Mickle the Mark. So those are 2 remains we can probably sell for income. So let's do that right now, actually, while we're talking about it. So we'll sell those, and we'll sell those as well. Yeah, nice. A little bit extra gold for us. Whoops. Red Fjorn and Dim Tur have production choices. Okay, well, we'll sort those out. Nice. Okay, Greater Reanimation is now complete. Resurrects target non-hero unit, recovers 80% of its total hit points, becomes undead, dies at the end of battle. So this one is something I could use on an enemy unit to basically get it onto my side. So if there's a very powerful Tier 3 or Tier 4 unit or something like that, this would be fantastic. I'm assuming this works on enemy units. I'm hopeful, because that would sort of be the idea, is that... And then it'll die at the end of battle, meaning that I won't get to keep it. So still very, very powerful, though. And let's choose a new research choice here. So we've got Necrotic Spires. Replaces defensive towers. They heal an allied unit within a 6 hex radius for 15 temporary hit points. Makes it become strengthened each turn. Artisan Fortifications. City gains 20 fortification health and Bolt Repeater Towers. Wayfinder Enchantment. This one's free. We haven't gained it the entire game, even though we started off with it, and that's because we haven't used any scout units, really. I'm tempted to just shuffle the research here. The Necrotic Spires sounds pretty good, but I'm really not building defensive towers all that much. Let's shuffle and see what we get. Oh, nice. Melt Armor. That's a debuff spell. Gain 3 Sundered Defense and fire damage. Ooh, Harvest Population. Target friendly city no longer gains any food income. It gains soul income. Now, this could really help us, actually, because, again, soul income is super important at this stage for a lot of the units we need. Now, there is a siege project here. Construct Bolt Repeaters. At the start of the battle, gain 2 Bolt Repeater units on the attacker's side until the end of battle. Bolt Repeaters are immobile siegecraft units with long range area of effect attacks that are repeating, unlike onagers. Only one type of siegecraft unit can be brought into combat. If multiple siege projects would bring them, only the strongest of them will appear, and it does 4 fortification damage. Now, that's pretty solid as well. This would be great when I'm eventually going to perhaps lay siege to Iska's throne. So I'm going to grab this, and then afterwards I'll grab Harvest Population. This is only going to take a single turn. So let's get that one researched. Alright, so lots of orders are required. Nice. Okay, and we've got a replacement Night Guard. So we'll send him down as well. Unfortunately, I think we lost a Night Guard in that last battle, if I remember correctly. So we'll send him on down. We can send... Nice, we have this Bone Horror who is moving down to help as well. Get him down there. Now, over here, we've got a Night Guard moving down this way, which is really good for us. Because, again, we need all the help we can get. So we will get him going. As I said, I think we're going to try this battle on for size here. Now, the only trick here is beforehand, I am going to do, perhaps, I could summon a Snow Spirit. And I could also heal on Restore Undead. So let's optimize our healing as best we can. The Dark Knight doesn't really need it, so we will just step him over that way. This unit needs it. And so does this unit. So that's going to be, I think, our best bet for healing. And we're going to do a Restore Undead right now. There it is. Nice. Okay, there. So a little bit more health. Might want to do one more if we can. Let's do our Snow Spirit, though, first. Just to provide some additional support here. There it is. Okay, so then we'll do one more Restore Undead. Nice, okay. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but at least we've got some of our health back. I think what I'd like to do as well is probably start summoning another Reaper. Now, the important thing to remember here is that they are quite expensive when it comes to upkeep, with mana being at 30, and then they also cost 7 Imperium as well as 5 soul upkeep. So you can see I'm going to start running out of souls pretty quickly, especially if I keep summoning these guys. So I am going to start working on it, though. Here it is. And then let's kind of regroup our forces here so we can move over like this. Again, we're going to bring this guy on down here to assist. There we go. And then we can group up, move over, and then we will engage this battle here shortly. Before I do that, though, let me just go over and take a look at my cities here for production choices. So Forndusk is working on the Armory and the Dark Knight, which is really good. Dim Tur is currently not doing anything. So let's see what structures we could perhaps do. Right, so that was always kind of the problem here, is that we can't really, nothing super useful is really boosted. The Blacksmith would be a decent choice just to improve the draft income, potentially recruit units a little bit more easily out of here if we needed to. I mean, it's a fairly cheap choice at only 56 gold. You know what, let's just get it done. Fairly inexpensive production choice. Moving down here, so... Ooh, and you know what? The estate hall is boosted. We just need more farms. That's the unfortunate part. An armory would be nice to improve our draft, although it's already pretty good. Overlord's Tower gives you mana and draft income. Stonewall is just straight fortification health, so that's not really going to be useful. The Masonic Hall, extra production income. Again, not currently boosted, which is too bad. Let's look at unit production. This is pretty incredible. I mean, you can recruit most of these units in a single turn, which is pretty awesome. Warlock or a Night Guard wouldn't be so bad at this point. You know what? I'm going to just grab another Night Guard. I really like them. They've been very good for us this game. And I'm going to hold off on any building production, I think. I mean, again, the Masonic Hall I could do, but I think I'm just going to hold off. One thing I should probably do, though, is continue to augment my soul income as much as I can with soul wells wherever I'm able to. Red Fjorn we've already done, so that's good there. All right, so now let's do this battle. So as I mentioned here, we want to engage this and see what we can do. We should be fine. I mean, we outgun them a fair bit. That said, you never know, right? You want to be careful with these because if you play it a little bit casual, or you're not taking it as seriously as you should, you could end up taking a lot more damage than you want to. And since I'm in enemy territory, every little bit of damage I take is going to be that much more problematic. Now, of course, we do have that ability that lets us heal in enemy domain, but it's only 10 health per turn, so it's not, game-changing or anything. Alright, so let's get our Dark Knight up front here, and we want to get a heal on him. Thinking a good restore would be nice. And then next turn, we'll summon the Spider. There it is. That's pretty good. So, just boosting up a little bit. Not in cursing range yet, so we will hold off. Get our Dark Knight next to Snow Spirit can move over. Now, for this group, I think what we'll do is we'll rotate a little bit. Just kind of, again, we don't want our units too much involved, the ones that are hurt quite a bit, but still think it's better to move them over here. Have them join in. We can benefit from that defensive tactics as well. The Iron Golem Assistant can charge right in. Again, our hero, we can summon our undead and our elemental, so we'll make use of both of those abilities here. There we go. And then our Night Guard, who is, again, fairly damaged. We have our Warlock as well. So I think we will just call that a turn. Let's see what they do. I'm guessing they're just going to keep moving up on us, which is fine by me. Very nice. Yeah, and they're moving up pretty smart, very defensive. And are they out of curse range? I'm guessing they are. Ooh, they are just out of curse range. Okay, so they're going to be able to charge in at us now. So we may want to just pull back ever so slightly. Again, actually, you know what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to summon my Spider. And then I'm going to summon my Elemental. Nice. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to send these units up to kind of be my guards here. And if they go in, they can just basically just take a bunch of damage and draw aggro. That's totally fine by me. Again, they're going to get killed. That's fine. But the whole point is just for them to advance here and be there to kind of soak up some damage. And all right, we'll put our Iron Golem up there as well. What I am going to do is I'm going to move my Warlocks further up, with the goal being to have them able to get some curses in. I'll move my cavalry up slightly. I don't want to put them in too much risk, but... Alright, there we go. Now we can do some spell casting. Sure, why not? Let's get a Soulfire going since we've got them all grouped up so nicely. Just hit them there. Very nice. And then that's going to do it. Now, they may ignore my combat summon units, but I'm hoping that they won't. I'm hoping that they'll take the bait here and start hitting them. Yeah, there it is. That's fine. Again, even if they die, it's all good. The whole point is just for them to draw aggro. Okay, there's one dead. Poor little Iron Golem getting smacked around. Okay, so now we have a chance to start hitting them with some abilities here. So we can do some Sundering Curses, which would be fantastic. So let's start throwing those on. There it is. We can do this one here. Very nice. And then we should have one more. There it is. Nice. And we can curse the Berserker. Excellent. Now, the other thing we can do is we can summon our undead unit here. Let's see. Ooh, nice. A Banshee. Okay. So, get our Spider up in there and really do some pretty good damage. So let's go like this. Hit him with a nice flank shot. Amazing. Ooh, nice. And there's a kill. Iron Golem Assistant. Probably better to just stay put in defense mode. The Banshee can cruise up here and do some magic bolts. Again, if it gets killed, I'm not too upset. There it is. The rest of our units, I'm perfectly happy to just keep them in the back here. I almost forgot about my Necromancer. We're going to buff our cavalry. Like I said, I'm perfectly content to just leave them back there for now. So let's do this. Good damage. Alright, let's see what happens here. Now, the only thing is this Necromancer might revive one of the dead units here. Be my guess as to what they might try doing. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so they got a zombie. Ooh, and it devoured the corpse of my own unit. Okay, so my combat summons are tanking damage really well. And this turn now, we're going to send in our troops, finally. Alright, so we can cruise over here with our Night Guard and do some flank shots, get a little bit of health back with that lifesteal. And then our cavalry are poised here to do some heavy charges, which could be really good for us. So let's do it here. We can charge in behind, get a nice flank, big damage there. That's massive. And then this one, fortunately, we can't quite use our ability Dark Surge, but now it'd be great to try and kill this Berserker without triggering Steadfast, if possible. I just don't know the feasibility of that, admittedly. One thing we could try is a Soulfire to weaken him down a bit. We hit him like this. I think it's going to trigger because it's when they get to 33%, if I remember correctly. What about one of our other abilities here? I don't want to use Greater Reanimation right now because I don't want to spend the souls on it, admittedly. What about Ice Coffin? Frost damage. Yeah, let's try this one. Ooh, that doesn't do enough, really, to make it worth it. All right, let's try this. I'm thinking it's going to probably trigger it. Oh, and it didn't. Okay, great. I wonder now if we can get... Yes. Okay, there it is. So let's get the charge and maybe the kill here. Yes! Oh, that's great. So we killed the Berserker without triggering the Berserker's ability to resist death for that one turn, which is amazing. That saves us so much headache. We'll move up. Oh, this unit's really resistant to ranged attacks there to magic. It's kind of unfortunate. Our Reaper's been just kind of hanging back there. It'd be good to get the Reaper up. We could try and use Finger of Death on somebody for that instant kill. Spider up here can put some work in as well. So let's do that. There it is. I wouldn't mind getting my Snow Spirit up and going for the... Ooh, shoot. Okay, well, it's only a 50% chance. Nice, and we got it. That's great. Necromancer can move up. Now, here might be a good idea. We've got that Berserker there. I wonder, can we step on up? Oh, but that's right. We would need... Raise Undead. No. Oh, it's friendly undead corpses revived, so it only works on enemy non-undead corpses. That's right. I was thinking I could get rid of this corpse so that it can't be used against me, but I forgot about that. That it has to be a friendly corpse. Now, Wail of the Banshee. Enemy units within a 2-hex radius sustain damage. Yeah, let's try that. So what does that look like? Sure, let's do that. There it is. Ooh, we can blast here. Let's do that. There it is. Sereth can charge in if we wanted to. Ooh, we have Fire Breath, though. So you know what? We could kind of move over. What does that cone look like? Okay, so it kind of hits everything in front of you, and I don't want to hit my own units. So I would have to kind of go, like, right in there, which I don't really want to do. So instead, let's park, like, here and hit him with a magic missile instead. There it is. Warlocks now, we can just cruise up, do some blasting. And I have to be careful. I don't want them getting, hit too badly, but we have to also remember that as soon as this unit dies, it's going to spawn a skeleton. Now, one thing I could do is I could step up here and then do a demon step in behind and do a lot of damage that way. I don't think Umzish is going to die. I mean, she's pretty tanky, so I don't know if it wouldn't be enough to get the kill, but it would do a lot of damage. There it is. So then we could finish off this unit here. Nice. This Night Guard can cruise on up as well. Now, I've put Umzish in a bit of a bad spot. That's the only danger there. Okay, going after my cavalry, that's fine. Keep hitting the combat summon, that's totally fine. Okay. There it goes, and now we should have the skeleton spawn. There it is. Good thing is we've got a really good just flank here. Just seeing poison darts. I'm trying to see what would do the most damage. Yeah, I think the charge here would. Charge strike. Nice. Banshee, let's step off and blast him. Necromancer. None of our units are dead, thankfully, so we can charge over with our cavalry and blast the units there. This is a stink flowers that give distracting, which is kind of annoying. So we'll just go over like this. So this Necromancer can just step over, blast here. Good damage. Oh, I forgot. Warlock's got the curses, so let's just use those. Amazing. Sundering Curse. And Night Guard can just get the finish there. Excellent. So then we'll send everybody else over just to... because why not? And I don't think... yeah, that's not going to be a good idea, so we will hold off there. One thing I might try is Ice Coffin here. Just see if we can freeze them. Oh, they have frost resistance and they're immune. Okay, well that's not going to work. What about Ice Shackles? Chance to slow, sure. There it is. Just don't want them trying to run away. Alright, so they just hung out in defense mode. That's totally fine. And we should be able to just murder them here pretty aggressively. Nice. Alright, so we're just whittling them down here. Very nice. Alright, so that was very clean. We even got a couple of level ups here. And really didn't take too much damage, thank goodness. So that went very, very well for us. Now, here's the thing. Do we want to maybe try and jump over there and see if we could build an outpost? And I'm thinking that's a pretty darn good idea. So let's just kind of move over like this. Now, here's the thing. So I think you just move the hero in, and then you click the territory here, and you'd build an outpost. So let's do that. There it is. Okay. So we're working on that. And I think that's a great spot to end the turn. We've done kind of everything we needed to. So we'll end it right there. Okay, you know what? And a good thing we killed off that army, because now the forces of Silverbridge here are attacking me. So we've got a couple of decent tier 3 units here, some knights, and hero, Lorton Kingfisher. So yeah, let's do this one manually. Yeah, I'm really glad we got rid of that army. It would have been much more difficult dealing with 2 stacks rather than just the 1. Alright, so we'll kind of do the same thing we did in that previous battle, where we kind of just form up our cavalry out front here. We're going to want our warlocks, necromancers in behind here. Throw on a strength in here. Umzish can do a heal. We will summon that spider fairly soon. And then over here, the Iron Golem can start moving out. Again, our pikemen are in kind of bad shape, so we will make sure to sort of keep them protected as best we can. Our hero can step up a touch, go like this. Our Reaper can advance, but not too far. And that's going to do it, so we'll end it there. Again, we want them to just come to us, really. As we often do. So again, the goal here is going to be to use our combat summons as much as possible. See how much further can they go. You know what? Let's get our combat summons going now here. Alright, there's one. Ooh, nice. Okay, it's the Stone Spirit. That's going to be helpful. Over here, we can get a spider going. Nice. Okay, and it's the ice one. That's totally fine. So again, we'll park them right up here and let them take the brunt of the attacks. Throw a Soulfire on just because they are grouped up. There it is. Alright, and then we're going to let them come to us here. Okay, going after my spider. Ouch. This is great, though. Our combat summons doing exactly what they're supposed to do. And you know what? We can even do our other combat summon now. Nice. Corrupt Soul. That can be good to sneak around back here and get a flank shot. There it is. Nice. Okay, Quake. What does that do? Enemy units in a 2-hex radius sustain damage and they enter defense... Oh, and I enter defense mode, apparently. No, I think I'd rather just start fighting here, so we'll hit him for some big damage. Nice, that was pretty solid. Spider, let's go for the damage and immobilization if we can. Nice. Okay, one of them is frozen solid, which is huge. You know what? Before we do that, let's curse him or hit him with some kind of debuff if we can. That'll increase the damage we do, I'm pretty sure. First one, we'll hit this guy. There's a Sundering Curse. Got 2 back here, so we'll do 1 there. And you know what? I should have cursed the hero before I started blasting him. Well, at least we've almost got him dead. We should be able to finish him off pretty quick, too. So, okay, now we can do this. Nice, big damage. And then, yep, let's get the kill that way. Excellent. And then our cavalry charge here can be pretty devastating. Let's charge him with our Dark Knight. Get that big flank. Nice, and there's the kill. Our golem can step up and get the kill there as well. Perfect. Nice and clean, really. Yeah, no complaints here. This is going pretty well. Let's get our Reaper up there just a little bit. Same with our pikemen. Alright, and then, sure, why not? We might as well throw on a spell because we can. Blast the archers there. Alright, and that's going to do it. So I'm hoping they just go after these combat summon units that are on the front line here. Let's see. Ooh, going after my knights. Okay, that's a little annoying. Or my Dark Knight, I should say. Ouch. We're taking a fair bit of damage there, which is not pleasant. Okay, good. Those are the combat summons, at least. Okay, so now we can just let them have it, basically. Big flank here. Massive damage, that's great. Hit him here for some damage. And then get the kill this way. Excellent. And over here, we've still got that defender that needs to die. So now, here's the question. Finger of Death. Let's try it on this one. Okay, resisted, but still took a lot of damage, which is great for us. Oh, here we can just move over and get the kill there. Wonderful. Corrupt Soul can just let him have it. Wonderful. And then we should be able to just get the finish with the Night Guard here with a nice flank shot. Excellent. Another nice clean battle. Ooh, a good level up here for our Warlock. Ooh, and look at that. We've got an outpost. So we can build palisade walls. We could build a watchtower. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We can absorb something here if we wanted. Yeah, none of these are going to be super helpful to absorb. Well, I mean, yeah, the Forester, we would get some production, but again, I don't think that really matters unless we were going to make this into a city eventually. So we'll just annex the fish farm because why not? And then we will build a watchtower to start with, and then maybe palisade walls afterwards. Let's get that going. Now we can step over here and get some healing going, which is going to help us a lot. Now that this is our territory, we heal a lot faster there. Nice. Okay, we finished Construct Bolt Reapers. That's going to be very good. And remains of Lorton Kingfisher been collected. Nice, we can sell those. Let's just see what he has for items here. Anything decent. Pretty good sword there, tier 2. Ring of the Inspiring Killer. Doubles morale when killing an enemy. Cloud in a Bottle. Pushes back all units 1 hex and inflicts wet. Frost Shield. Okay, well, nothing crazy, but we will definitely sell that. Alright, so yeah, let's regroup over here while we can. We'll add this guy in so we got a full stack there. Straelak's group still got a couple units healing, but they're healing gradually. Alright, very nice. So one more turn and we will have the Siege of Keystone ready to go. Let's see. Outpost founded. Very good. We've got a Night Guard, a Dark Knight produced. So let's start with the Dark Knight. We want the Dark Knight to start moving down this way to get over here. There it is. And then we had one already on the way. I think. Here it is. So we'll keep moving him down as well. Now these two, again, I'm not sure if it'd be best to just stay put for a turn, let this finish, get the last bit of healing that's needed. I'm thinking that's probably smart. And then once we have a bit of a base established, we can proceed inwards. Let's see. Armory's done in Forndusk. That's great. See what we got next. Oh, nice. Okay, we can annex another territory here. Now, let's figure out what we wanted to boost. I think we had talked about this last time. We would need 3 farms to get the Masonic Hall boosted. We would need 3 foresters to boost the Estate Hall, which would increase the growth rate of the city. Stone walls are currently boosted. Again, we haven't built the item forge yet, but we certainly could. So, yeah, I'm thinking what we do here is we annex something and we build either the forester or the farm. I'm thinking the forester is probably the right choice. We get the estate hall going, which increases our growth rate, and then when we grow and annex another territory, then we can build the farm to finish off the boosting there. So let's just take a look at what territories we can annex. I don't think any of them have any resource tiles. Ooh, they do over here. Iron deposit. So let's put the forester there. We'll get the iron deposit, which is great. Nice. Okay, so that should mean then... Yes, the estate hall is boosted. So now let's start building that. And then we'll try to eventually get another farm and boost the Masonic Hall so we can get that going too. That's great. All right. Night Guard is ready over here. I mean, again, trying to get down here. We've only got 1 turn left to the siege. So I think what I'd rather do instead is head out into the water here. Perhaps get this unit over to try to help with fighting Iska on that side. You know, it would be great to get rid of this Dragon's Lair eventually, but honestly, I'm just so focused on this. Once this is complete, hopefully, and successfully done, we can then move these units over to try to help with Iska, and that's going to be the game plan there. Red Fjorn has a production choice here. Again, we kind of were talking about this before, but nothing to be boosted at the moment. We need 3 farms. We currently have 0. Overlord's Tower would be great. I just don't want to spend that much gold on it. Maybe we just go for the Masonic Hall, admittedly. I don't know. It's not the best use of our resources, though, I don't think. Dimtur, working on the blacksmith again. Let's jump back over Forndusk. You know what? Let's just keep recruiting units here in Forndusk. That's probably the best move for us at the moment. I'll get another Dark Knight going, even though it's going to take 2 turns. Yeah. All right, well, that's pretty good. We're going to have another Reaper here in next turn, which is fantastic. One thing I wanted to check, too, what my diplomacy menu here. Oh, yeah, an Imperium. I almost forgot about that. So, checking my free cities here. So, Belstar will have a Pact of Loyalty in 12 turns, which is pretty cool. Safe Word is currently a vassal. Let me take a look at them. Vassalage in 7, I should say. Currently a tributary. So that'll be great when they upgrade to a vassal. Bonded vassal in 2 turns. That's excellent. Belstar, we could boost it and try to get to that Pact of Loyalty in 12. Oh, and look at that. Pact of Loyalty with Belstar. You know what? We could actually get this done if we go back and we use our Imperium to do it. We would speed this up and we'd have the Pact of Loyalty in half the time, I think. So then we would actually finish this quest, which seemed impossible to do. Oh, that's hilarious. But before I do that, let me check the Empire development because one of these upgrades might be better. Yeah, you know what? The extra... do we already have this one? Yeah, we do. Okay. Because I was going to say, this was very helpful to have the extra casting points. Okay, none of these are accessible at the moment. We have to save up some more. City stability, don't really need that. Instantly gain 2,000 gold. That could help. That could certainly be helpful. Down here, let's see. Cities can now build teleporter province improvements. Again, that would allow us to move units around more easily. That's definitely appealing. Yeah, and we have advanced logistics, which is great. That's been making a difference for us. Gain +1 siege project slot. Now, that's going to be helpful when we eventually end up sieging Iska's throne. Increase the city cap by 1. That could be great. We could finally build that city underground we wanted. Or, you know what? When we hopefully complete the siege of Terran's throne, this is going to allow us to then absorb the city, which would be great. And you know what? I'm probably going to do that now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's do it. We'll go for the expanded governance. And then I am going to do that with Belstar. I might as well. Diplomatic. I think I still have enough. Yes, I do. Okay, great. Let's do it. Nice. We'll have it in 6 turns, and we needed to get it done in 9. So that's fantastic. We will actually achieve this, even though we didn't think we could. So very happy about that. And now, as I said, I think for these two, keeping them here, letting them heal, waiting for the watchtower to be built in 1 turn, that's going to allow us to see a little bit more what's going on. And then I think we work towards getting the Siege of Gardheim going in the near future. I think we're going to need more units, though, and that's the big thing. So if the Siege of Terran's city goes well and we are able to get her out of the game, then what we can do is, again, that'll free up these units to be able to move over to help. So I think that's going to be the big push there. So I'm going to call this one an episode at this point, even though it's a bit short. I think this is a good place to leave it. You guys, let me know what you think. Should I kind of wait with my units that are at my outpost, finish the Siege of Terran's throne, and then move these units over to assist? Or should I try and get things going already? I'm thinking waiting is probably the better choice, just because then that allows me to get these units mobilized over there more and to help out, rather than committing early and potentially losing these units to a counterattack from Iska. So, but let me know what you guys think. We're just going to zoom out and take a look. Yeah, so all in all, pretty excited. I'm really looking forward to getting the Siege of Terran's city going. We've been waiting on that for however many turns. It's been quite a while. And this is episode 21. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.